Here we go. One, two, three. I think we are live again for the fourth night in a row. Welcome, Hassan. How are you doing tonight?
I'm good. I'm good. How are
Yeah,
you?
doing all right. I was think I've seen so many videos of you because we've been testing so much on this, and some of them had your old haircut. And I'm not
Hmm.
gonna comment on that. I think you look better now. That's all I'm gonna say. There was a lot of hair
Thank you.
involved. I was
Thank you.
jealous. I was jealous, obviously because of that, but there was a lot of hair involved.
I had to lower like the delta between us.
Yeah, exactly,
No, but
exactly.
uh, but I think honestly, in general, this new haircut has been a massive upgrade in my life. I'm not even kidding. Like actually,
How do you
um,
tell me?
it's just
Because
too
I might
much.
change
Like it
mine.
was, it was. First of all, it was too much. Like I just had too much hair. Second of all, like I don't know, something about just having just clean, simple
Yeah.
haircut gives you this kind of confidence and just like okay, very, I don't know, it just felt like it was just too much.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
So we should keep talking about your hair, but how long was it?
it was up to here.
Oh, God damn it.
I know it didn't seem that way
Yeah.
because it was like this long curly hair, so it would like curl, 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 and then it would kind of end up here. But when I would do it, it was very long.
Oh, wow. Impressive. Okay.
Yeah.
So, casual opening conversation is officially over.
Yeah.
This is not going to be a long one. We're not going to have a guest on, but Hassan and I can't chat for a long time, so be warned about that. The
Hmm.
Just before we go into sort of this virtual studio right before, and Hassan arrives like 2 minutes before, and I was, hey, you ready to go? Yeah, yeah. Just wait. I just want to deploy the last thing here, and then you updated the website just as we went live, right? Yeah.
Yes. Yes, I
So
updated it with the latest.
yeah. So let's talk a little bit about where we are. And first of all, did we launch and do we have a paying customer? We're not going to tell you just yet. Let's talk about the product first. Where are we at, and how are you feeling about it?
I'm feeling really, really good actually. Today we solved, I would say, like the hardest issues that we were going at.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, like now that I mean, it's Monday, so it's funny, like looking back at not just Friday, I would say, I think like looking back at when I sat with you in Soho House,
Yeah.
when, I don't know, a month
It's a
ago,
few weeks. Yeah. Yeah.
and and we were shooting the shit basically, just going like, oh, imagine if we do this thing. I had my doubts back then for sure because like I've been working with this AI stuff for a while now, and it's first of all it's very unpredictable.
Yeah.
That was my first concern. Second, I mean, when was it? 2016 was the first startup I worked with where we were working very heavily with video and audio. That shit is a nightmare to
Yeah.
just like provision, just like to work with,
Just
the
infrastructure, building the
yeah,
tools
just
for it is
just the
impossible, right?
infrastructure stuff,
Yeah.
just the infrastructure stuff. And actually, as sorry, I'm getting a WhatsApp call from my dad. And
Oh, really? That's
actually, like,
important, too.
given how I know, shout out, Baba. Given all of these, I'm actually like very, very like happy with the
Yeah.
outcome. Like, I think things went much better than they could have,
Yeah.
especially on the infrastructure stuff. So yeah, so
That's good.
to answer your question, I think we're in a very, very, very good place. There's like some last tiny bit of stuff. I mean, now we just want to truly start working on the fun stuff. We
Yeah.
thought we would do a lot more of that today, but yeah, it was just
All
we were
good.
going live with the pricing and going live with the website itself and did a production database and production servers and all of the stuff. And also
It
just
takes a
we
while.
fixed YouTube, which was
Yeah,
quite
can
a
I
big
just?
deal.
I'm going to pause you a little bit just to explain a little bit here. So,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
the two big inbound for us, the two big sort of sources of data for us are podcast sound and YouTube video, but also mostly using the sound. The cool thing about podcasts, which is like a standard that Apple made, I guess, 20 years ago, is it like super standard RSS feeds, easy to work with, files are publicly available, everything's good.
Yeah.
So, YouTube, on the other hand, is a closed ecosystem owned by Google. and they are just not allowing us to work with it as we would like to work with it, right? So talk a little bit about that, because we thought we had that fixed 2 days ago, and today maybe not so much.
I know, and they changed it recently. Apparently, like as of August, they really started cracking down. And I used every trick in the book, literally every trick in the book, to where eventually I realized, like, okay, the only way is there's some people out there that have a bunch of machines running and pretending to be humans, and they constantly like switch accounts and yada yada, and they sell this service. That's what we ended up
Yeah,
doing. Um, but yeah, I was trying to do it on our own, and that didn't,
didn't fly. No,
yeah,
no.
that didn't fly.
No, the thing is, I mean, if there's a learning here, right? We should have checked that box day one, day two, and maybe even before we started.
Hmm.
And then we sort of, oh,
Yeah,
all this other stuff is working. This is great, but it's sometimes you have things that don't work, and you just in the end you said, like, let's not do that. With this, we couldn't do that. This was a key feature for us. There was no way
yeah,
around it, right? Which meant we spent a lot of time on it today. And when I say we, in this case, that would be Hassan. But yeah, there was spent a lot of time on this today. But that's life. Anyway, so the first question I asked to begin with, are we live? Do you have a paying customer? We are live. So the website's out there. People can sign up. We're sending emails to the people that were invited to test it out. You can actually pay, even buy the service now. So it's all happening in that sense, and that in itself is pretty impressive. What do you say, Hassan?
yeah, yeah. I think so too. The fact that I mean, at some point today, I thought like, oh man, like I'm not sure, like we might have to push to tomorrow.
Oh, I can
But
imagine. Yeah.
no, we're live. All the By the way, you're cutting off maybe like every 10 seconds for a little bit. Are you on Wi-Fi or are you on
I
5G?
am really, really good Wi-Fi. So, okay, let's hope that doesn't get out to everybody. Okay.
Um, yeah. Anyways, so yeah. So I'm very happy with where we're at. Everything works, which is good. At this point, it's just upgrading. And this last push that we did right before we went live was also to fix like pretty much like one of our last, I would say, crucial bugs, right? Which is
Yeah.
yeah, like that issue you were having, Heini, when you were testing with the with pressing a release. That should be fixed now as well.
Okay.
So
Perfect.
so yeah, the thing works. We just need to start having a little bit more fun with it, I guess. Like that's the next step.
Yeah. Yeah. And going back to what you said earlier, working with sound and video is heavy. And this also means that testing is a little bit heavy. It means we upload like an hour of video and then transcribe it. So it just takes it's not like fast ping pong. It's really slow. But we're gonna do
Hmm.
more of that, and then we're gonna work more on the output tonight and tomorrow
Hmm.
morning while we're on planes or wherever we are, just to look sort of fine tune that. But it's definitely getting there. But it's all out there, and we're getting a little bit of press. We're hoping to get on Hacker News. Not sure that's going to happen, but we'll get something on there. But the other thing, we're on like Indie Hackers. We actually made it to the front page and actually generating a little bit of traffic from there, combined with all the Reddit stuff and all the Discord stuff. So yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's definitely happening in that
By the
sense.
way, no, it's definitely because the reason I'm looking down is I'm looking at the feed. You're 8-bit Heini again.
I'm back at 8-bit. I just checked my connection, and it says I had 300 megabit, which
I
is a
don't
little
know.
weird, right? So you do some talking. I'm going to switch to access point.
Yes, yes, yes. So I don't know. I mean, I'm trying to think like what some really big takeaways, to be honest, from those few days. Um, Again, specifically, really like around the technology stuff. Um, Scraping is hard always, even when you think you've figured it out. It's always going to be hard. Um, what else? The generation stuff, the language stuff was very interesting. I did a very fun language test right before we went live. I spoke in Arabic to it, and it actually did a extremely good transcription, which was great, and then an extremely good title and description as well, and even figured out like some specific quotes around that. So that worked. I think like language models, specifically when it comes to translation, are amazing. A lot of people, I know, I think Heini, you as well, you translate most of the things you translate now using LLMs, right? Like you just ask OpenAI to
Yeah,
translate for
totally.
you.
It's so much better. So much better.
Yeah, yeah. So that's another one. Yeah. Other than that, like I think the big thing for
Yeah,
me
yeah.
is
Let's comment on that.
yeah.
The
No,
Arabic
go
thing
ahead.
was cool. Suddenly he's shouting at his computer in Arabic, which worked really well, and we got some of that on video, and we'll make sure it's in a short or whatever it's coming in the next couple of days.
Yeah, yeah. Um, uh,
I want to also check if
yeah.
there are any questions here, Hassan. I'm not 8 bit. Am I 8 bit still? No, right?
You're no longer
Uh,
8-bit.
I, I prefer 8 bit, right? But still, people don't like it much. So what can I say?
Let's see. I
Oh,
don't see. I don't see.
let's
I
see.
think I had seen like someone commented something. They said like something about shout out
Okay.
to Baba, which was in Arab, and then
Okay.
they wrote something in Arabic, but I didn't see. I didn't see what they were. Yeah, probably someone making fun of me, which is great.
Yeah,
But shout out
I
Baba
don't see anything either.
regardless.
No. Yeah, yeah, for sure, for sure.
um,
Okay,
yeah.
good. So a couple of things I want to make sure. So I'm not sure about this, but I might go on again tomorrow night at 8 just to follow up on all these things that are just happening right
Mm,
now this evening. It's 8:11. I'm gonna fly back tomorrow, and Hassan is gonna be here, and Levin's gonna be somewhere else. But it may be fun to do a little bit of update because a lot of things are going sort of happening right now. But also, the plan is to do a couple of podcast episodes. I want to do like a super YouTube video on this, and we have another short coming today, another short coming tomorrow. So a lot of things is going to happen over the next few days. So please make sure you follow all that, signing up, and we're going to give it a little bit of push.
yeah,
I mean, the goal of getting someone paid within 4 days. I mean, I would say we'll stretch a little bit, but that means also within the next 24 hours after we launch it. I will say that, but we'll see. We set our own rules here, I guess. But no one has paid yet. I will, as far as we know. It could have been while we've been
I
talking.
agree.
What do you say?
Did we send the email? I don't even know.
No, so Hassan has been so much heads down here that 11 I've been working on the marketing. No, we actually so what we did so far, we invited a few what we consider a little bit VIPs to test it out a little bit, and then in the next
Mm,
few hours, maybe tomorrow morning, we're actually going to send the email out to all the people that have requested an invite. So that hasn't happened yet, which makes it hard to for people to sign up
yeah.
unless someone sees it on one of the other
And
channels.
the people testing are with the coupon code we created, right?
Yes, exactly.
Okay, cool,
Exactly.
cool.
But that's only a few. That's less than 10 people. So, yeah.
All right,
So
gotcha, gotcha.
cool. Any
Cool.
final notes on this, Hassan? This has been crazy. And again, with the podcast and YouTube, I probably want to do a full podcast on the learnings from
Mm,
this, how we do it different. And I just like my brain is fucking boiling. We've been working a lot, but I'm starting to take notes on what we learned from this, what we got out of it, what we do next time, if ever again. So that is something that could be really really exciting. I think.
yeah, I think big takeaway for me is hacking culture and hackathon culture is I would say alive and well, which is very
Yeah.
against my beliefs over the last few years. But I think I've been proven wrong. I always hear, especially like it's really great to start something, like when you're starting a company or a product or something, it's great to
Yeah.
start it at the same place. Like this whole idea of locking each other up in like one place and just building. Um, yeah, I wouldn't say I was against it, but definitely I wasn't a fan. And I think I was wrong.
No.
Like there is something really great about doing at least that first week together, at least, you know. I think that went really well because the progress has been insane. Like we built the whole thing, man. it's,
Insane.
it's actually
Whole
crazy.
thing, website,
Um,
marketing, everything. Yeah. It's
Everything,
crazy.
yeah, everything. The amount of code that's in there is absolutely. I was just looking like right before it went live, and it's like, what the heck? We wrote all of this in the last like 4 days. It's just an insane amount.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
yeah,
like Hassan has been amazing. If Baba is listening, you should be really proud of him. Incredible job. A lot of time he's been locked up in this actually wonderful room here and focusing, incredibly focused. And today it's been a little bit more ping pong, but also there. Incredible job you've done, and so has Levin and Stefan, obviously. But the coding part, it's hard to be without. So incredible job there.
No, Heine, I think a lot of credit also goes to you, obviously for like hosting us here, but like keeping us on our toes, and not just that. Like you were extremely helpful. You're always like, okay, what do we need? What do we need to do? What are we doing? What do you need to be successful? I can totally see why you're such a successful CEO and such a successful leader. So it was
Appreciate
it
it.
was really cool. It was really nice working together, like on
Likewise,
a
first time we've
product.
done a project like this together. It's cool. Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you. Before we start crying here, so we should just end it before we really start crying.
Yeah. You know me, I'm an emotional
So
guy.
yeah. Thank you everyone for following us. Let's see if we go online tomorrow. Make sure you follow all the channels here so you can follow what else is going on. And we're going to follow up on this very soon. Thank you very much. And then I'm going to switch it off. But thanks, guys. See you all.
Still live.